Good evening, President Heldobler, Provost Powers, members of the Board of Trustees, distinguished faculty and administration, honored guests, families and friends, and most importantly, the remarkable class of 2026 of William Paterson University. It is both an honor and a profound privilege to stand before you today. Today is not just a celebration of degrees. It is a celebration of perseverance, sacrifice, and purpose. The audience is different. You are not first-time graduates stepping into the unknown. Many of you are earning your second, third, and even fourth degree. You are educators, leaders, entrepreneurs, administrators, parents, and professionals who chose, despite full lives, to further your education, to grow, to rise, and be a lifelong learner. You did not arrive here by accident. You arrived here after long days that turned into longer nights, after balancing careers, families, responsibilities, and expectations, after moments of doubt when quitting may have seemed easier than continuing. And yet, you continued. That is what makes this moment extraordinary. Today, we also recognize that none of us made this journey alone. Behind every graduate on this field stands a network of support. Family members who sacrificed, friends who encouraged, mentors who guided, professors who challenged, and communities who believed in us even when we questioned ourselves. Take a moment right now to think about those individuals. We owe them our gratitude, not just for helping us succeed, but for reminding us of who we are capable of becoming. This is a full circle moment for me because I was the commencement speaker 50 years ago at my class of 1976 8th grade graduation. As graduates of the College of Education and the Christos M. Kostakos College of Business, you represent two powerful forces in society, those who shape minds and those who shape systems. Educators build a future one student at a time. Business leaders shape the structures, opportunities, and innovations that define our world. And yet, despite these different paths, at the intersection of both fields lies a deeper responsibility, one that goes beyond knowledge and skill. We share a common purpose, and that is for us to make things better than we found them, to make life better for others. Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. reminds us the function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education. In a world that often feels divided by ideology, by economics, by access, by opportunity, we are reminded of the words of John F. Kennedy, who said, "So let us not be blind to our differences, but let us also direct attention to our common interests and to the means by which those differences can be resolved." Our most basic common link is that we all inhabit this small planet. We all breathe the same air. We all cherish our children's future. That message is just as relevant in 2026 as it was in 1963. Because whether you are leading a classroom or leading a corporation, whether you are shaping policy or shaping practice, you are being called to lead with understanding, with compassion, and with purpose. And what is that purpose? Quoting Dr. King again, he reminds us that purpose begins with thought, deep, disciplined, and intentional thought. He said, "Rarely do we find men who willingly engage in hard, solid thinking. There is an almost universal quest for easy answers and half-baked solutions. Nothing pains some people more than having to think." 63 years ago, John F. Kennedy challenged us to seek peace when he said during his commencement address at American University, "I am talking about genuine peace, the kind of peace that makes life on earth worth living. the kind that enables men and nations to grow and to hope and to build a better life for their children. Graduates, that better life is now in our hands. In classrooms where students are searching for direction, in boardrooms where decisions impact communities, in conversations where voices need to be heard, we are the ones who will create environments where people can grow, hope, and thrive. But let us be clear, this work will not always be easy. There will be moments when progress feels slow, moments when your voice is challenged, moments when the weight of responsibility feels overwhelming. In those moments, remember this: you have already done something difficult. You chose growth when comfort was an option. You chose discipline when excuses were available. You chose purpose when distraction was everywhere. That same resilience will carry you forward. We must do our part to build a world of peace where the weak are safe and the strong are just. As graduates of William Paterson University, we are not helpless before that task or hopeless of its success. Let that be our charge. Be the educator who refuses to give up on a student. Be the leader who makes ethical decisions when no one is watching. Be the professional who understands that success is not just measured in profits, but in impact. Class of 2026, as you walk across this stage, remember this: this degree is not just a credential. It is a responsibility to lead, a responsibility to serve, a responsibility to uplift others as we climb, and most importantly, a responsibility to never stop growing. Congratulations to each and every one of you. To your families, your supporters, and your communities, thank you for sharing these incredible individuals with the world. And to the graduates, I quote Louise Hay, an American motivational speaker and author, when she says, "I think about the way a river works. It does not force its way to the ocean in a straight, desperate line. It moves around rocks. It slows in certain places. It widens. It narrows. It takes the long way sometimes, but it always arrives. And you are that river. You are not stuck. You are not lost. You are moving. Even in the moments it feels like you are standing still, even the still water is gathering death. Even the pause is part of the journey. So I want to close today with a love letter of sorts to the part of you that has been holding on, the part that has been doing the work in the dark, trusting without evidence, hoping without guarantees, showing up on the days when showing up felt like the hardest thing in the world. I want to speak directly to that part of you and say, what you have been carrying has not been wasted. The waiting has not been wasted. The heartbreak has not been wasted. The starting over has not been wasted. Every single chapter of your story, including the difficult ones, especially the difficult ones, has been part of the preparation, and you are more ready than you know. Go forward with courage. Go forward with purpose. And go forward knowing that your journey, your impact, is just beginning. Thank you and congratulations.